Peter Seehan's The End of the World is Just the Beginning, Mapping the Collapse of Globalization. Prepare to embark on a journey through Peter Seehan's The End of the World is Just the Beginning, Mapping the Collapse of Globalization, as we explore the foundations and the breakdown of the world as we know it. This book highlights the fascinating history of international trade, globalization, and America's role in securing global free trade. Discover how the complex networks of interoceanic transport have shaped our global economy and learn about the looming dangers for the entire system as America moves towards isolationism. Get ready to understand the significance of oil and the rise of energy independence that shapes America's strategic focus. In the end, you will grasp the effects of the collapse of globalization and how it could change our world. The End of Globalization. In his book, The End of the World is Just the Beginning, Mapping the Collapse of Globalization, Peter Seehan predicts the end of our known world. Globalization, characterized by the variety and abundance of goods, has defined our world for the last 70 years. Supermarkets, on average, present 40,000 products, from Himalayan salt to Argentine yerba mate. Goods like smartphones and single malt whiskey are produced worldwide and transported by massive container ships. Seehan, however, warns that these transport networks did not create themselves and that the end of globalization may be imminent. The birth of global trade. Before the founding of the Bretton Woods system in 1945, global trade did not exist. Goods were primarily traded within empires, and manufacturing and consumption occurred internally. Consequently, countries were vulnerable to being cut off if relationships soured or competitors sought to harm them. Wars between empires were inevitable and grew larger and fiercer over time. The Bretton Woods system was created to replace this all-against-all system with free trade and establish a level playing field. The United States guaranteed security for the participants and met to define the details of this new global order. This economic system was shaped by a strategic consideration, as the US needed it to win the Cold War. Although policing the world was bothersome and expensive, global security made everything more profitable. Maritime trade benefited particularly strongly from the Bretton Woods system, leading to the massive container ships we see today. America's involvement with oil. The United States offered free trade to its allies to gain support in containing the Soviets. However, after the fall of the Soviet Union, America continued the status quo by focusing on the global oil trade. The importance of oil to our civilization is immeasurable, but its large-scale burning is environmentally harmful. Furthermore, the transport of oil requires significant investment to get it where it is needed. Market volatility is also a major concern, as a constant flow of oil is necessary to keep the global economy stable. When the war between two countries almost triggered a catastrophic financial collapse, it became clear that America had the responsibility to monitor the Middle East and its international shipping lanes to secure the flow of oil. However, with energy independence, America has lost interest in a system it no longer relies on, forcing a change in its strategic considerations. America's changing role in the global oil market. The era in which America policed the world to secure access to high-quality oil from the Middle East is over, as the US has become a significant conventional oil producer. This change is thanks to fracking, which has made previously unreachable oil reserves profitable. America's energy independence is changing the calculation of globalization and its strategic rationale for supporting global free trades. Without America's security architecture, the rest of the world is extremely vulnerable to oil price shocks that would cripple interoceanic transport and East Asian production. Conclusion. In conclusion, Peter Seehan's The End of the World is Just the Beginning, Mapping the Collapse of Globalization traces the development of globalization from its birth in the Bretton Woods system to its potential disintegration due to America's changing strategic interests. As the United States turns toward isolation, the rest of the world faces unprecedented vulnerabilities, particularly concerning oil crisis and the transport of goods. The collapse of globalization could have far-reaching consequences for international trade and the world economy, potentially bringing interoceanic transport to a halt and threatening the production of essential goods. By understanding the forces at play, readers can gain valuable insights into a possible dramatic change in our world and learn how to navigate these unprecedented challenges.